1, 2, 3. 3.
Lunch. Go. So, you guys, in the studio today, I have a force of nature over here with a 20-year career.
Oof.
And a lot of stories from the world. She toured the whole wide world with the most incredible artists, such as Richie Kotzen from Winery Dogs, Claudia Leite, Janelle Monáe, Alejandra Guzman, and many others that we wouldn't be able to mention in one episode.
Yeah.
And she has proven to be an exquisite songwriter too, with songs on Netflix, movies, series. Oh, and also the acting, which I forgot to write
Oh, that's
down
right.
over. She's also writing for her band, Phoenix Rising. That is right. And her own solo project, releasing her single "Hey You," You on Spotify and YouTube. She's known for her ability not only to transform songs with her diversity of cultures, flavors, and personal musical taste when playing them on the bass, but to incorporate her style and her personality in everything she does.
Wow.
That's right. Her new cooking show on YouTube, Bass and Bake, this multi-talented sweetheart of a lady, has made our days a lot more funny.
Good.
I'm always praying that they're gonna go wrong because it's so funny.
They do go wrong.
To know her is to love her and respect her.
Aw.
One of the most dedicated and talented musicians I have ever encountered in the house today. Oh! Julia Lage!
Hey!
Guys, she's here.
That's
right.
After that introduction, I feel like I deserve an Oscar.
Can we go?
Got it? Yeah. Can I grab the Oscar now and the Grammys and all?
You can and you will.
Well, I gotta say something, guys. Obviously, me and Tati were in a band together, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like she knows a lot about me,
Yeah.
but she actually might know at this point of life, she might know more about me than myself, because I tend to forget stuff, like literally.
Well, you've done a lot.
I've done a lot.
You've done a lot, and you're gonna do a lot more.
I've been around, dude. I mean, seriously, now you're gonna know how old I am.
It's not like you're 85.
Right? No,
You're fine.
I have a lower back as an 85-year-old person, but I am. I'm not gonna say my age. I've been on the road, on the business, actually, working with music professionally for 20 years now, which seems insane. Because like since I was in Brazil, I played in this band in Brazil for 13 years.
Yeah.
I did a lot. I learned a lot. I learned stuff, what to do and what not to do.
Especially what not to do, right?
Especially what not to do. And obviously I moved from Brazil. I'm from Brazil, if you guys don't know. And I moved from Brazil to LA 8 years ago. Oh, ta-da-dum. So, and now it's like a new world completely. And
It is.
like to think that I've been doing music for 20 years is like a trip for me, because I feel like I'm 15.
You know, when I was looking your stuff up, there are some videos of you on YouTube, and your YouTube channel
Chanel.
is Julia Lage.
Julia Lage, yeah, that's just my name.
Cool, guys, subscribe because there's a lot of fun stuff there. Not only musical, but also funny to watch her cooking.
Right. I have 3 passions in life. I have music, food, and also animals.
That's true.
You know, I have to find a way to incorporate them all. Like, and the cooking show is funny because we've been in quarantine and obviously cooking a lot and eating a lot. So I figure, you know, I'm gonna try new recipes.
Yeah.
And
How's
feel
that
myself.
working for you?
It's shitty. It's
Not
fucking
working.
horrible. No, actually, I'm a good cooker, but I'm trying things that I
You
never
are.
did.
Yeah.
And they're tricky things. It's not like, yeah, let's bake a cake. No, it's just like, let's do tamales, pamonha, whatever you call
I don't
it.
even know where to start.
I know. So it's like, so I decided to film And because of quarantine, I'm still waiting, but I want to have guests too, because like, the whole guy, the name of the show is Bass and Bake, and I want to have people like you're having here
Yeah.
to talk about music and all, and their experience with the cooking too, because I think it's something different. Like I know, like all of my friends cook something, and it's funny to have people that actually don't cook.
So you're gonna cook with them,
Cook with them, talk about music,
and then play. You guys gonna play?
I don't know, yeah, but maybe,
Play.
yeah,
Maybe 2 songs.
yeah, maybe
You
2
know?
songs. How long is this show gonna be?
As long as you want.
Exactly.
These podcasts don't have a time frame.
Right.
It's about, an hour to an hour and 28
It's true.
minutes.
But I feel like the whole podcast thing is cool because, like, you're driving and you're listening to someone. On YouTube is a little different if it's too long because you still have to edit the images, and now I'm doing subtitles and the whole gag. But anyways, I forgot what we were saying because literally that's how I am.
Baking bass on YouTube.
Exactly.
No, it's cool. It's good. Do you have other places you can watch Bake and Bass?
Bass and Bake. Oh yeah, I put Bass and Bake on YouTube and on my Instagram. So we have those 2 platforms. I'm trying.
And it's Julia Lage official.
Julia Lage. That's just my name, Julia Lage. Julia Lage. My Instagram is Julia_Lage, Lage. And I'm trying to be a little more like doing music, doing a little bit of what I am. I love being funny. I love editing those videos. So I'm trying
really
to do.
You're really good at that stuff.
So I'm trying to put a little bit of me out there, not just the music part. Cause I've been known as if I was famous, but I've been known as a bass player for all these years. But I learned over the years that I'm more than just a bass player.
Yeah.
So I started with the bass, but I sing, I write, I play other stuff. I like to produce, I like to record, I like to edit the videos, I like to be funny, I like to whatever. So I'm trying to compilate all that in my channel, in my stuff, and
Next thing
in my life.
You're gonna post a yoga video.
Yeah, that's gonna be fail too.
You're gonna break a hip doing
Jill,
it.
my hip is already beat up, man. I mean, that's what you guys don't know. I've been suffering with lower back issues since I was 17.
You just came from
Physical therapy, yeah. Doing physical therapy. That's something too, like over the years, people I don't think they know that, like this stage can hurt you a lot. Like I played big stages the majority of my life, and that was aggressive because you're jumping, you're running around. The band I used to play was more like a country music band from Brazil. So the music was like funny to dance, to move. So we have I would jump from one side of the stage to the other, run, do some headbangs, all this stuff, playing the bass, which is not light.
Exactly, it's a heavy
instrument. And wearing the heels, like maybe some cowboy boots, something like that. But and then sleeping on buses, all this stuff.
And you were like 17.
Right, I was 17. So I've been doing that for so long, and it hurts. Like, man, in my body sometimes I feel like I've been on Earth for 200 years.
You play like you have also been here playing for 200 years.
That's true. But it's funny how it hurts your body. And then coming here in LA and starting over again with us, with Phoenix Rising, like bringing equipment, that's something that I never had to do in Brazil.
Yeah.
And
that's the hustle.
That's the hustle, yeah. And then all that, and now I'm older and playing for longer times sometimes, like playing longer. And I feel like sometimes my body's like, whoa, bro, you have to realize that, you have a body there. Because we don't pay attention until you feel a lot of pain.
Right.
I bet you feel pain at some part of your body today.
I feel in my arms,
right.
And usually my neck. I always tell you my neck hurts.
Yeah. And people think that, musicians is like, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Well, yeah, you have that.
That too.
But there's other parts.
The
yeah, there's the parts that are not so glamorous that people don't really see it. And, but it's all good, man. It's part of the job. Every job has something positive and something negative, I think, right?
Yeah, and when you came here, talking about when you came here, about what, 7 years ago?
Like, yeah, 7, 8 years, yeah.
You started playing already right away, or how did you infiltrate it with the LA scene?
Coming from Brazil, I have to come on a O1 visa, which is a special ability thing. Extraordinarily Brazilians. Extraordinarily. I don't fucking know how to say this fucking word.
Pocket.
Extraordinary ability. Whoa.
Wow.
Extraordinary ability on something. So because of the band that I played in Brazil,
Cool.
I did all these big TV shows there, like
Yeah, and the band was Bassist.
right by La Saia. Because of the band and what I have done, I was able to get this visa.
Cool.
So once I got the visa, I was, like starting from the beginning. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so let's find people that know the other people,
Yeah.
and join some bands. And that's what I actually met you in one of the bands that I joined. And
That was an interesting.
that was an
day.
interesting day.
That was the first day of the rest of our lives.
Exactly. No, yeah, we looked to ourselves like, maybe we should put together our own band, right?
Yeah, we left to the rehearsal
Yeah,
and decided we wanted to start our own band.
yeah.
And here we are.
And here we are. And it's true. And I did a few different gigs here and there because I was in LA, because I am in LA. But I always wanted to do my own thing because I was playing Brazil in this band for 13 years.
Yeah.
And I was one of the main girls there. I was doing the TV shows, the radio shows, all that. But I never felt it was my band, although I was a big part of it. I was like, it's not really the kind of music that I love.
Yeah.
I wasn't really into writing that much back then, and I didn't have that input somehow. I
It
don't
was
know.
a good opportunity for you to start.
It was
things,
amazing to learn a lot of things. But yeah, so when I came here, I didn't have that dream. Oh my God, I want to be a side player. How do you call that? I don't even know the name of this thing.
A hired.
A
gun?
hired gun for Beyonce or something.
Right.
I literally never had that dream because I think after 13 years playing and being I was one of the main girls, I had the focus and the attention I needed, and then
Yeah.
all the glamour behind. But I never felt like deep inside that I was doing what I wanted. So here I felt like, you know what, I'm gonna start writing more and doing my stuff, play with my band, and that's what is happening. And I did some cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I played with Janelle Monáe on the final of American Idol final.
That was cool.
That was crazy.
You still getting money from that gig?
I did 2 years in a row.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Maybe one day you get a check in the mail.
Ugh, maybe.
You never know.
But I didn't play bass. I played taiko drums, which is
Whoa.
a Japanese type of drums. It was very performatic, but it was very cool. The good thing about that I learned a lot is like I learned how these people, they're in a different level.
Yeah.
They work hard, man. They
do.
rehearse so much. They put so much sweat and tears and like
They do.
literally it's like very, very inspiring. I rehearsed to play like one song on the American Idol on that instrument, and I rehearsed like for days and hours.
And you guys rehearsed? Where did you guys rehearse?
We went to Sir,
Yeah,
the
that's a cool
studio.
place
Yeah,
to
it's a
go.
very cool studio in LA, and all the big bands
Yeah.
performed. They rehearsed there, and it was awesome. But man, I would get there earlier in the morning. The dancers will be there already dancing with her. She will be there on heels singing live, and then I'll perform and do my thing with her, and I'll leave, and she would be still there for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And that's very inspiring. Like you have to understand, like, oh, these people have money behind. Yeah, they have all that behind, but they also have the discipline.
Yeah.
And they put
They
all
know
that
what it
time.
takes.
Yeah, they know what it takes, and it's not easy. And like you might be home, but I do this and that, and I'm not getting anything.
Takes a
Dude,
lot.
you might not be doing enough. Literally, it's just these people are like hard workers, like workaholics, like
Hard
Beyonce.
work,
She's
too. Oh
like
my
another
God, I
crazy
know.
workaholic.
I don't know if you've seen the Lady Gaga documentary, but she
No.
has some serious like body issues with
Of
pain
course,
and
yeah.
stuff from all the dancing and
Yeah.
performing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy. It doesn't.
It's not easy.
So yeah, but I did a few things like that. I played with this other artist, Alejandra Guzman,
Yeah.
which is huge in Mexico and here too.
And you guys did some shows in Hollywood.
We did a live DVD and a live CD
Which is
at the
called?
Roxy. I think it's called Alejandra Guzman at the Roxy, something like that.
So you
it-
can see you playing. There.
it's out on YouTube, it's on Spotify, the whole thing. And that was interesting because she's like a rock star chick. Like literally, I think her and Gloria Trevi, which is another girl that I play with for a second. They're two like it's like Madonna and Beyonce from Mexico. Like they're big time,
Nice.
and they're known here too, like in LA. Also, I think because we have a big Latino community
We
here.
do, yeah.
And so it was very, very, very cool. And then she's badass chick too.
And you toured with
Kicking Harold.
Kicking Harold opening for
I
Winery
toured
Dogs.
exactly.
That must have been fun.
That was fun because
Was
like
it a U.S. tour only?
yes, U.S. tour. We toured for like 5 weeks.
That's fun.
So the Winery Dogs is that's Miles.
Yeah. I think Mom is at the door.
So yeah, the Winery Dogs. Richie is the singer and guitar player, and he also is my hubby.
Yes, he is. He's the hubby.
But that's not why we opened for them. It was actually interesting. It happened, and Kicking Harold needed a bass player at the time, and I knew Tim, the singer, the main guy behind Kicking Harold, and he was like, "Hey, we want to go on tour and we need a bass player. Do you want to play?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So
No,
then,
thank you.
yeah. So then they got the bill to open for the Winery Dogs. I'm like, "Well, this is fucking awesome." I get to be on stage. I get to be with my husband, and I get to enjoy all the the fun parts of being on the road. So that was very, very cool.
Who stayed home with?
I didn't have a dog back then. It was 2015. We didn't have a dog back then.
Well, that helps.
Yeah, that was helpful. Now we're doggy mamas. How do you say doggy mamas?
Doggy mamas.
Doggy
yes.
mamas.
But you also played here in LA with some other artists, and you got hired by Nuno Bittencourt to do a few private events.
Right, we did.
And we did too.
Yeah.
But you did the boat one.
That's right. Yeah.
That you said was really cool.
Yeah, Nuno became a great friend of my husband, and it's funny because like Nuno and I have like very similar personality. Maybe
And you guys look just alike.
exactly. I think like we're talking about Nuno Bettencourt from Extreme, and he's Portuguese.
That's right.
And I mean, he's not. I don't think he's born in Portugal. I'm not sure.
He's
actually.
just descended.
Yeah, but he speaks Portuguese from Portugal, and we have like similar personalities, don't we?
And it's
just so
fun. You guys need to know that I have thought that it was her standing next to me, but it was him.
It was Nuno. My
And
husband
it's-
too.
Right? Isn't that a story?
Yeah, we're playing like he likes to throw these like volleyball parties, like volleyball in the pool. So pool ball, whatever you call that. And we're playing volleyball.
Volley pool.
Yeah, we're playing volley pool. And then I was in one side of the team, and my husband was on the other side of the team with Nuno. But he came towards Nuno, wanted to kiss him, thinking it was me. He's like, "Whoa! I thought it was my wife, bro." He's like, "Bro, calm down here."
You guys are hilarious.
Because we have the same hair, we have like big lips, we have the same piercing on the nose. It's like, I don't know.
He
it's just
does has a piercing on the nose.
yes, you never noticed.
I never noticed.
Anyway.
I'm always I'm looking at his hair and his mouth.
He has
and
great
I'm thinking, wow,
Gray
he
hair.
is beautiful.
I'm gonna say thank you because he looks like me. So.
Yeah, he's hot and you're hot, so it's a hot thing. And yes, we played his house. We played 2 years consecutives.
Yeah.
The Halloween party.
Oh my god, his Halloween parties are epic. At
Epic.
one point, I was jamming. I look around, I was like, what the fuck? Can I say fuck here?
Pode,
Fuck?
yes.
What the fuck's going on? Because literally, it was me on bass, Nuno on guitars, Steve Lukather from Toto on guitars, which is a badass guitar player. He's
And
amazing.
Steve Vai.
And Steve fucking Vai. It's like, what? What am I doing? And we're playing like Superstition. We
You know
play
what?
something else.
I have a video of you guys.
I
of
know.
that. I think we should put that on the internet.
We should, but the funny thing is you can't recognize anybody because I'm
my
wearing a devil's costume.
We were a band from hell.
Yes.
That's right.
Nuno, I think, was wearing what, like Elvis?
He was Elvis last
And
year.
then Lukather, I think, was a pirate, and
No, he was it.
Oh, he was it. I love it. And
I only remember because I was like reading that book at the time, and I was like, oh my god.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Steve Vai was a pirate. And,
Oh, yeah.
And also, like, if you see this video around, those are the guys. The pirate Steve Vai, the
And-
clown is Steve Lukather, and Elvis is Nuno.
And Richie was the joke.
No, Richie that year was the witch. He was a witch.
He was.
He was a witch.
And the first year we did it, We were what? Oh, we were zombies in jail.
Prisoner zombies, exactly.
It's such a bummer that it's not gonna happen this year.
Oh, I know, but you know, so many things are not happening this year with this corona. So, but it's an interesting year because we don't have all the same things to do, like the jobs and everything. It's giving us the opportunity to think a lot and plan new things and kind of shake it off some things.
It really showed me, and I'm sure you too, and a lot of artists, a perspective, because we were burning so hard.
Yeah.
We were working 5 days a
Yeah.
week, you know, sometimes 15 days in a row, you know, 2 weekends go by.
You don't take
and you're like,
breaks.
dude, I don't have a fucking break.
No.
And why? Why do I work so hard? It's because, first of all, we're not getting paid that well to
No.
not have to play every day. And gigs, when they come, you have to grab them.
Right.
You're gonna go and
We
you're gonna
feel
do
that
it.
way, and but we have to learn how to balance stuff too, because
That's
like
right.
I remember in the band that I played in Brazil, I played for 13 years and never had a vacation in 13 years, and I noticed that, and I was like, holy fuck, I never had a vacation in 13 years, meaning never. And I lost my cousin's wedding. She's like my sister.
Wow, how come?
Because I had gigs.
Because you were, yeah.
And the kind of gig that I was playing is like, obviously we're not like the Beatles, but imagine trying to replace Paul McCartney for one gig. It's just like, you can't.
Yeah.
They hired us because of us back then, and then I couldn't just, I'm gonna put my sub here.
I hate when you do that to me.
Well, well, I get it. I totally get it. But you know, and yeah, and then like no vacation, no break time. I was like, dude, what is?
And when was the last time you took a vacation? Like you went
Well,
with Richie to Brazil,
Yeah, that happened, and then we went.
but that was it.
That was basically
Because
it.
we've been together for like, I don't know, five years.
I guess
6 years
yeah,
as a band?
Yeah.
I've known you the whole time we've been on a band. So
That's true.
in a band.
Yeah.
I've been on vacation this whole time once.
Yeah.
And I also went to Brazil because it was like 15 years since I've been
Right.
there. My family's getting old. Everybody's, you know,
Yeah.
about to hit the ground.
Oh my
And-
god.
And I'm like, my mom's like, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you know that 10 days is gonna cost me
Of course.
a lot of money.
That's the thing.
And it's not only the fact that you're not making money, but you're still spending money because you have to pay your rent.
Everything.
And you have to pay for your dog's food, and you gotta eat when you come back.
And you have to pay for the plane ticket,
and you
have
gotta
to
pay for the plane ticket,
yeah,
which
it's-
is not cheap.
No, but that's the interesting thing. Like, taking a vacation is not like, we're not gonna play for 2 days. This is not a vacation. Not playing for 2 days is like essential for your brain, for your body, because
Yeah.
for your throat, we sing for hours
your
non-stop.
artistry.
You have to stop. Vacation is literally, okay, I'm not gonna book for whatever, a week, and I'm going somewhere, or I'm doing
Yeah.
something, and I'm disconnecting myself to music, because it can be exhausting too.
It's because we wear many hats.
All the
We're-
hats.
We're out all hats.
And we make, and none of the hats fit
Literally.
our heads.
Besides the one when we're on stage.
Oh my god.
But I was finding myself in a position where my friends were like, hey, do you want to go hang out this week? Like, should we do like happy hour?
No
and I'm
way.
going like, let me look at my fucking schedule.
Right.
And then my schedule says I can't hang out with my friends for 4 weeks. I'm booking my friends now. How annoying is that? Not only for me, but for them.
We better be taking some percentage there,
So-
because you're doing the
I'm-
manager.
And it
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
And it sucks. So when I was just yesterday, I talked to a friend, and she's like, do you want to go do happy hour? Let me know when you're available. I'm like, literally every day.
Right.
Fucking let me know,
Good.
Kara. Let
Yeah.
me know whenever you want. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to go back to the grind.
I don't want to
after
go
this.
back to
I
the
don't
grind.
wanna either.
It's so weird. So, but that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, man, what can we do to make our time, like, we have like a precious time, and then sometimes we forget what we have to do because, we have to pay the bills, we have to do this and that.
Yeah.
But like, how can we optimize, the time and don't get that exhausted and balance things a little better, you know?
Exhausted. When you play a 4-hour gig
exhausting.
every night, you don't want to fucking go record a demo during the day,
Forget
which
it.
is awful.
Or
I hate working during the day.
You don't want to go and come up with a podcast, or you don't want to come up with a cooking show, or you don't want to even go out with your friends to happy hour. You want to stay at home and watching Netflix and pass out.
If you have a Saturday night
Right.
off, dude, I loved staying home watching Netflix.
No way I'm
drinking
leaving the
beer.
house to
I'd rather
hang
go
out.
to your house
Yeah.
and do nothing
Of
than
course.
like to go out watch a band.
No!
No. Unless it's, I don't know,
Dude.
Stevie Nicks and Geddy Lee.
Right.
Then-
Get it, Lee. Exactly. Holy shit.
Yeah, but you know, all this time that we're spending home,
Yeah.
you have written, recorded, produced, mixed,
Yeah.
and played every instrument on Hey You,
Yeah.
which you just released.
Yeah,
And
just
it's on Spotify.
it's everywhere.
Everywhere,
Every
yeah.
music platforms and on YouTube. I did a video too.
Yeah.
And this, for example, is something that will never happen. To finish a product, because I'm always exhausted,
Yeah.
like you said, or like, you know, even mentally drained or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call. So that was cool. So I finished my first solo single,
Yeah.
and it's called Hey You. It's very different. I played everything. I literally wanted to do everything myself to prove myself that, wait a second, I can do this. I'm
You
not
can.
Because sometimes we use an excuse that, oh, we need someone to help me for this and that, or
Yeah.
we call the codependent.
But you know what? It comes from that place of right now.
Right.
Me, for example, I have the time to learn Pro Tools.
Exactly.
You know, I
Yeah.
have time to think about learning this stuff. Like last night, as you know, I recorded a ridiculous bass part in one of my demos. But
She did good.
ask me, when was the last time I played bass? I've never played bass.
Exactly.
So, like, yes,
Yeah.
now we have the time to sit there
Exactly.
and figure things out and learn how these things work and, like, you know, put the energy into
And move,
it.
and move forward, because and also to realize that, because for me it was always like an excuse. I need someone to do this, to do that. Wait a second, you can do that, you can learn that too. The only annoying part that people don't realize, like musicians, it's just like a hardcore, you know, job or whatever you want to call that, a hardcore lifestyle career, because literally we do jobs, we do like 10, 15, 20 people job for us ourselves. Like we
Yeah.
needed, actually, technically, you need a team of people to do what we've been doing, and we have to do it all by ourselves nowadays, because it's how it is.
It is how it is.
But at the same time, the money is not the same like back in the
No,
day.
I know.
Back in the day, you learn a few fun chords and you put some energy and you had the right look, the right time. You shop from some labels and you got some, boom. But you had the money, you had the nowadays record deals are weird. Like the money is not there.
No.
It is for certain things, and now you have to do all it by yourself.
Plus, the internet made it so
Oh.
possible for
everybody.
every single artist or creative mentality to put their stuff out that we get lost on so many
100%.
options.
Totally lost.
So even if you, oh my God, Richie just released like 1,000 songs.
50 songs.
50 for 50, right?
Right.
So artists like that sometimes get lost even though we follow them
Right.
and we like their stuff and we want to go to the shows, but it's just so much.
Because literally everybody has a platform, has a space, which can be good but can be damaging too. Like
It is. It's overwhelming.
it's big time overwhelming.
How can you? Sometimes I don't even see your posts.
Oh yeah, me neither. I don't see you,
So it's
and I
like-
don't follow that many people, by the way. It's annoying, and I don't know, man. It's a weird, it's a weird thing, man. If you think to be an artist, and then the money for the performers are not there anymore. I don't know if you've ever been, by the way.
I think so.
I mean, I'm talking about small bands that
Yeah.
have to play in a bar or in a
starting
pub.
levels.
Right, the beginners, right? Of course, you have big gigs, you have good money out there too. But for the beginners, man, it's hardcore. It's not easy.
It is. You gotta.
I
hit
guess,
hard.
yeah, I guess that's why I also have to be young.
But that's why we play 5 times a week.
Right.
because you know you gotta make some money. You gotta make the money, and
have
it's
to put
not cheap to live in LA.
Oh yeah, no, California is expensive. LA is expensive. LA
It's
is...
not like, well, and honestly, you want to live by yourself, especially if you're an artist. Maybe live with your husband or your girlfriend, you know. But in my case, I'm alone, I'm single, so I'm loving the extra space and the peace. And my mind is in a comfortable
you need
space
to be, you need
where
to have
I
a
can
space.
create. So now I'm like paying rent by myself.
Yeah, it's an extra thing to do.
It's a lot.
But you know, it's good because you need a space for yourself to create. Like even in my house, Richie obviously is a recording artist, so he do everything by himself. He has his studio down there, and I have a little studio that I actually have a tour for my home studio.
Oh yeah, that's right.
On YouTube, you can check it out. It's in my room, and I have everything I need to record my songs or to create my ideas, blah blah blah, do everything there. But I need that space. Sometimes I don't see Richie for hours, as if I went somewhere to work. And he respects that because he's also a musician.
Yeah.
Musician. A musician.
But isn't it great? At least you're with someone,
Yeah.
a roommate, in quote,
Yeah.
that
Understand.
gets it.
Totally.
It's not like they need to wake up tomorrow early to go to work and I
No.
can't make any fucking noise anymore, you know.
Oh God, no, yeah.
And I wanted to bring up the fact that for Hey You, you played the percussion, let's say, on the table.
Right.
I love that.
You know, that's what I think is cool about music, and people don't get it. There's no rules.
There is no rules.
Like this whole there's a formula, you have to rhyme this with that.
Right.
Dude, I mean, as long as it doesn't fucking suck.
Yeah.
There's
as
no
long as
rules.
it feels good for you too.
Right.
to
I
you.
mean, yeah, it has to make sense. But for example, I needed a percussion, and it was a Brazilian percussion, and I don't own it. I know friends that could do it, but because of the whole corona, I was like, I want it for now. I want to record. I'm in the zone. I'm in the mood. I want to do this. So I start playing the percussion on the table that I work, which is a wood table. It was like tum takukum takuku kakuku kakuku. You're like, okay, cool, that's gonna be it. So I put the microphone there, created the line, boom, recorded, and in my brain I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, but I'm gonna replace in the future, because I start as a demo and then I see what is working, what's not, and if I had to replace or re-record, whatever. And then I start recording some instruments that I have, like, some whatever
Right.
you call this, tambourines, all this stuff. And then on overall, when I put the song together and mixed it, I was like, you know what, this totally works. I don't have to re-record.
It sounds really good.
And it sounds cool and it's different. It's just what happened at the time. And I mean, I don't have this instrument. Oh, I don't play this instrument. Just try first and experiment.
Totally.
Because then also it gives it's a different charm to it. It's a different sound to it. If everybody recorded with acoustic guitar, bass, drums, and keys, and use the same sound effects, the same pedal boards, how boring that would be.
But I will tell you, people are starting to do that. There's a lot of that out there.
Like
just
what?
the same plugins.
Oh, yeah.
So every vocal sounds like in your face.
Yes.
Especially for pop, like country music, it's all the same.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to talk shit about country. I like country music. I like bluegrass. But when it comes to the production side of things, it's very similar.
But that's with everywhere. Like is what they call the formula,
Do
right?
you think it's because the people that listen to expect that? Because I don't.
No, it's literally the formula. So you have this big producer, they produce, the song worked, the formula worked, so let's use this formula for the rest of times until something new comes. And it's the same in Brazil.
Yeah.
And usually it's more with pop music or even rock. Like for example, Katy Perry has a good I like the way there's one guy that I forgot his name that he produces in a very interesting way. It's kind of like it's rock, but there's like a dirt to it. It's a little rocky, and everything he produces, I like it, but has his touch. So there's also that. Like
Who
I
is this
forgot
guy?
his name. Richie knows his name. I totally
I'll put it
forgot.
on YouTube later on your
Right.
description.
Point is, it's cool because you can use your formula and use it, and actually gonna make good money because that formula is gonna work. But at the same time, you're like molding the artist to what you think it should sound.
Who are they writing for?
Exactly, but it's like that's the difference when you're a pop artist too. You have to kind of sound like a certain way.
Yeah.
I think like for us, we're like we don't have a label behind. We don't have nothing. We have the luxury, I guess, to experience more.
Yeah.
But that can be risky too. 'Cause sometimes you might need a producer that has the right formula to make you sound actually better than you could do yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
that expands your ideas,
Right.
but that stays truthful to your vision.
To yourself. Yeah.
But that's so important to find the right producer
Exactly.
for your stuff.
And it's
in
not
your
easy.
case, it's you, so it's fine. Any new songs coming out soon?
Oh yeah, I have one rock song. I have tons of. I like to create my songs and do the demos. So I have tons of
Right.
them. You heard hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And I literally record everything. I program the drums. I do all the whole thing. And then when I start working on the song, I solo instrument by instrument. Okay, this gotta be replaced. Well, this I can keep, or this I just need to fix a few things. Blah blah blah. And I have one song that I might be finishing soon. It's called Confess. And it's a rock pop tune. It's not pop, but it's a rock.
I gotta confess. I like that song.
More,
a lot.
yeah, it's
Are
a little
you doing
catchy.
real drums for that?
Yes, that I needed real drums. I programmed the drums and I sent to my friend Michael the Bastion.
Yeah.
And he came to my house, recorded, and now I have a friend Linus and even Richie are helping me
Cool.
with
You got a good team.
the sound of the drum, because that's something that I don't understand, enough. And you want a good sound of a drum in a rock song.
You do. For Lies, our drums, all of our tracks, they sound really good.
Because you want that. You want to have, like, imagine if your song is playing on the radio.
Yeah.
Comes Foo Fighters, that huge drum sound, and then come yours, that drum set that you recorded, click up that poor soul. You need to trigger a few things, but you need to do everything with good taste. 'Cause sometimes it can be too cheesy too.
Yeah.
But you need for that. I needed help.
Are you gonna sit there and actually like do it with them? I think it would be useful.
Well,
for
my
you.
friend trigged for me, so he sent me the things. But now, I'm gonna see with Rich, and he's gonna help because
Just when they're working, what are you listening for?
Oh, yeah.
What am I looking for here?
Totally.
Teaching you how to hear this stuff, and I love that side.
But
of things, too.
I always wanted to be a drummer. I didn't want to
Yeah.
be a bass player. That's my instrument that I wanted to play. So I love drums, and I play a little tiny bit.
We need to get a drum set. For our house.
Exactly. But we have one in the studio.
One
But
for the living room.
yeah, one for the living room. So I know a little bit about drums, and I know how the sound. I know the sound that I'm looking for.
Right.
Because I love drums, and that's
Yeah.
why I became a bass player. Because I had to be on a rhythm session.
Right.
So I know what I want to hear, but exactly that, I still don't know how to get to it. Because again, we're doing 15 people job at the same time. So
I'm learning a lot of that right now.
Yeah.
I'm doing, I'm just I downloaded a bunch of plugins on Pro Tools, and I've been like literally testing every single one and making notes like this one. Never gonna click
Pain
this
in the ass.
motherfucker again because I don't understand what's going on. And just reading and listening to other songs that I feel that I want this specific guitar to sound like in my song.
Oh, yeah.
And then I go try to find a plugin that sounds kind of like that, So,
Of course.
besides the fact that we love music and that we were born as musicians, I think musicians are the biggest nerds that I've met.
They are, because
Very dedicated,
well, not all of them.
a constant student.
I think the ones we know and that we are around, yes.
Exactly. The ones
But like
that
if you think
surrounds
about
us.
back in the day, the rock stars, bro, they learned their instrument, they went out on the road, and they had fucking fun.
And that was it.
And that was it. Because they had you're gonna record, you do your homework, you're gonna come up with your idea, with your solo, whatever. You have the producer there to help you as well. And then you go, you plug a guitar, you have the engineer there recording for you, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to necessarily know all that.
Yeah.
But
see, Richie isn't a level like that.
He
And
totally
he still
is.
does everything.
Rich is an interesting thing, because he he worked with great producers. He learned a lot. Richie Zito is amazing. He produced Eddie Money. He produced Take Me Home Tonight.
Oh, wow.
And he produced so many people. And he produced Richie, and Richie learned a lot with Richie Zito. But Richie, my husband, didn't like to work with that many producers because there's that. They would not understand him 100%. And he was very curious and smart to know that, wait, what are you doing here right now?
Right.
That's what
We
you're
are
saying.
like that.
Yes. Why are you pressing this? Wait,
Right.
why are you doing this? So he learned a lot, and then he became self-sufficient.
Yeah. And then he can do whatever he wants.
He does whatever
It's
he
gonna sound
wants.
Exactly. Yeah.
He learned a lot with the big producers. He had that luck to work with big time producers back in the day. And in the 90s, whatever. And now he's doing himself everything.
His production sound.
Yeah, it's great. He knows how to make something big or like very raw. Sometimes you're looking for a raw sound, you know.
Yeah.
The other day I was recording something, like I want a raw sound. And then it sucks because then you know how badly you play the instrument. Because, you know, like when I have to play the guitar, the electric guitar, I'm like, holy hell. So I put a little reverb here, a little this and that. Everything to masquerade.
Makeup here.
Exactly. All the makeup. Drag queen makeup in my guitars. And literally, like, when you want something more raw, you want to cut a little bit of that, right?
Right.
And then you're like, ooh, okay, I gotta learn how to play this instrument better. But it's cool, man. It is. I guess musicians in the end they end up being nerdy.
But you know, especially right now at times like these, it's very important to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Or to even just know or have the curiosity to sit down and learn.
Yeah.
Like the OBS system, which is like a open broadcast system, which you put your tip jar there, your website as you're doing your lives, which we're gonna do a live on Phoenix Rising today, but you're not gonna hear this for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
But you can check it out on the page because we're gonna leave it there.
Sure.
But because then you can be productive.
Yeah.
And you're not depending on someone else.
It's horrible.
Really stops your flow.
Yeah, it's horrible. And that's why you start learning. That's why you got the bass, because you're like, fuck, I want to play the bass.
That's awful.
That's a good tip for singers too. If you're learning how to sing, learn at least guitar or a piano to do with you, like, because you want to have that. Oh, I have this idea. I want to sing this. I have this melody.
Yeah.
But it's good to know how to have some kind of sense of harmonization behind you. Like, you know, you have some chords in your brain, and you can play them in the guitar or in the piano, and you can play it for yourself and with yourself, and you're self-sufficient. It's the worst when you have to call someone, can you come here and find some chords on this melody I have?
Yeah.
It's not.
And if you're not, as a musician, what else are you gonna do but learn music right now? Like, believe me, that bass session last night was so much fun. I couldn't sleep after because I was so ecstatic, and then I listened back to it today, and it sounded like fucking shit.
It didn't sound that bad,
but
it
was so much fun. But you know what? I sat there and I did the homework.
Yeah.
I trusted.
You studied
my musicianship.
Yeah.
I just played what felt good for me. But it wasn't like my first take, second take, third take. It was like the 20th take. My fingers hurt to take.
But that's for a lot of things, and people have to understand. There's no like, oh, I call myself a professional musician because I live doing music. That's what pays my bills and everything. That's my job.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, you know, like, I'm always learning, and I'm always gonna learn. You are always gonna learn. There's never gonna be one day you say I learn everything. I'm a master. Right. Like, I'm master in this. You might be master, but hey, you might be master in like sweeping the guitar, or like shredding. How about flamenco music? Do you know how to play? Do you know what is gonna open your brain to, like, when you listen? So, like, literally, there's no end to learning music.
It's funny you said that because I was watching Andrea Nieri and Art Menezes a few days ago talking on Instagram, and Art was talking about blues to Andrea, and Andrea is like literally clueless on how to play blues. Of course, he can fake it if he wants to, and it's gonna sound great.
He's
But
a great fusion
he's
guitar
like,
player.
I'm gonna fucking, dig into some blues. And I talk to Andre all the time about, like, what are you listening to right now, which is my next question to you. But I love listening to new music because it not only inspires me to write, different from what I'm always writing, because, I have my own recipe for songs,
Right.
and I usually go for that. But when I'm listening to other kinds of songs, I'm always learning something different.
Of course.
Like, I've been listening to a lot of bluegrass right now, so my guitar chops are very good, but they got a little better.
Of course.
Only because the information that the possibilities there
It's
made
like
it possible.
it's like eating different food. Like if you're always
Yeah.
eating salad, well, whatever.
palate is never
you
going
you
to-
know the salad, but you're not looking for something else. And then one day you eat a fucking mac and cheese. You're like,
Oh.
fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I want that too.
What else can I eat
So
now?
yeah, I mean, it's like, I guess it's literally, it never ends.
I'm
Never
a very
ends.
curious person, I think. So I'm always trying to try a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Well, you've been listening. Are you
Well,
listening to anything new lately?
Let me
Maybe
think.
not new in date,
Not
but
new.
new to you.
I'm gonna tell you what I've been doing that is new. Like, I've been literally like, I've always like, playing instruments, blah, blah, blah. But now on my songs, I'm singing.
Yeah.
And I always sang since I was a baby. In my school, I studied in a Waldorf school. For you guys that just don't know what that is, it kind of have a hippie school, but they take art as serious
I
as
love
something,
that.
mathematics, whatever. So we had like a big choir there. We almost went to sing Carnegie Hall in New York with my,
Wow.
They actually went some other years later, but like badass choir. So I always had that sense of harmonization, how to do
Yeah.
BVs, backgrounds, whatever.
Yeah. You're very good at
But I
that.
never put my time and effort into the lead singing. So literally now, because I'm doing that, I'm like, hey, just go fucking learn some chops. Or
Yeah.
like where to put your vocals.
Go practice.
Right. Because in Brazil, we talk a lot with our chest voice. Hey,
do,
we're
yeah.
very aggressive. And you can't sing only on the chest. You're going to destroy your voice.
Yeah.
So, I had some classes in Brazil, but never really paying attention enough or caring enough to actually click in your brain. So since I've been singing, trying some things, you record, you listen to your voice, and you're like, what the fuck is that?
But it's literally a muscle.
It's a muscle, and it's a mierda too, because like you're like, dude, this sounds like a goose. So yeah, let's work on it. So
or a cricket.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, and then yes, so then having classes. So literally, what I've been listening to now, believe it or not, are female singers.
Nice.
Every kind, from Nina Simone to Lizzie Hale to whatever,
To Celine Dion.
to Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, to
So what's your favorite diva?
To Ann Wilson. Ann Wilson, I love her.
Ann Wilson.
I love Ann Wilson because I don't know, I just love, and also I love heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the point is, I
Cool.
grew up listening to male rock singers.
Yes, you have. Steven Tyler is your favorite?
I wanted to be Steven Tyler. Funny story, I was a teenager living with my mom. I would go to the bathroom, put my Walkman to
Yeah.
listen, my
Aw.
headphones, my Walkman, and look at myself in the mirror holding the brush
Cool.
and pretending.
I did the same
right?
thing.
Pretending I was Steven Tyler. I was crying and opening my mouth
Cool.
towards my breast, and he has that little extra skin hanging in his mouth because his mouth is so big.
Oh my God, it's
and
so-
I wanted to have the little extra skin on the side of my mouth because I
Wow,
wanted to
you're
open my mouth like him.
doente
I'm
mental.
sick. I'm sick in my head. So, but yeah, but so was that, and I wanted to sing like them, but
I
it's
used to do
completely
it with
different.
Mariah Carey. And I had the CD for Titanic. So I sang literally all of the songs. Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
I remember one instance.
Ai!
I was at the club, no clube. I was at a club, like where they have pools and sports stuff to do, and
Right.
family go. I don't know how you guys country club
Country
here.
club kind of vibe, yeah.
And then I had my headphones on, and I was listening to my tape,
Yeah.
or maybe it was a CD. I don't know, on my Walkman. And I was listening to the Titanic album, and I didn't want to. My sister wasn't there that day, my brother wasn't there, so it was just my dad was drinking at the bar with the rest of the family. Yeah. And then I went to the little kids park, and I was literally circulating, walking around in circles, listening to the music and singing. And I remember that I did that for hours and hours because it was getting dark, and I was like, okay, I need to go.
Singing My Heart Will Go On.
And all of the other songs. And I remember,
hilarious,
burnt in my mind, this lady looking at me. And she would just like, she did not understand. Believe me, I didn't understand it either, but I just wanted to have my time alone with my music.
Yeah.
And listen to Celine Dion. I still do that though.
You do. Oh my God, Tatiana is obsessed with this whole like,
I am.
My Heart Will Go On. It's the Titanic. Dude.
And I love Celine, and I love singing hard songs.
Well, we all love.
And I was just listening to the podcast with Katie Caliber today, and I mentioned that you started learning bass and that you wanted to learn Geddy Lee's parts because they were challenging to you.
Not only challenging, Geddy Lee is the bass player from Rush, and he's also the singer from Rush.
Right.
And I always had that thing in my mind. I never wanted to be the lead singer, although I wanted to be Steven Tyler, but I wanted to sing too, because like I always sing.
Right.
So, but in my brain I was like, okay, I have to be able to play and sing. So like learning Geddy Lee's bass lines and singing at the same time opened a completely different part of my brain. I was like,
yeah.
So
it's a lot.
To sing and play the bass, it can be very tricky. But I think if you're doing that with Rush, I think you're covered.
Now you just took it to another level.
You know, but another thing that is interesting, Geddy Lee is a bass player, so whatever he's singing makes sense. So like if I'm trying to play and sing Geddy Lee's part, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard, but it's possible. If I'm trying to sing and play Jamiroquai bass lines and sing the song, it's like that's just no. Because
I see what you're saying.
It's like more than polyrhythm here. It's just like completely two different things. Geddy Lee is basically doing some polyrhythm. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but if you sing and play, you probably understand what I'm saying. So like it's easier. But
he
like
marries the two of them in a certain way.
Totally. Like, but now like
not in an obvious way, but
if you're gonna play Red Hot Chili Peppers, Flea, and then try to sing, it's not going to happen. For me, at least, it's not.
What about your own songs?
My own songs I can, but sometimes because I'm not doing together, I might lay the bass first or do the vocals, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I think about it, I was like, wait, am I gonna be able to sing and play this?
Right.
And the fun thing is sometimes I can't.
Great.
But I can, because then what you do is you slow down and you find, okay, where this note here marries in what part of the vocal. So like I'm saying, I believe. So on the L, you have you have the B note. So that so I believe, then you change, like, cause literally, like if you're doing a phrase, I have a song that is like it's like what the heck's playing, and then I'm singing I can't sleep at night.
Oh my God.
But that's easy because I'm singing something easy. It's not complex. Like na 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 and the bass da 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 da. Even though if I have a problem there, I'm gonna slow down and and do the note, the bass note breakdown, and that's you have to do that.
The charting of the note.
Because.
But you know, I do that with Danny too.
What with singing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because of you, I took it to her, and she's like, okay, so let's understand what you're singing here.
The run.
So she went to the piano, we broke it down, and that was the trick. So now every time I have a problem with the run, usually ends very fucking high.
Yeah.
Then I have to break it down to find my foundation note, and knowing that that's where I start, and from there, I just take the steps up the ladder and get to where I want to be.
Yeah, runs are the same. Runs usually are fast. You don't want to do.
Yeah, that's what they call runs.
Exactly, it's fucking running. Run for your life. Exactly.
Jesus.
So yeah, the runs are that too for sure. And then even like if you have a struggle on the bass that is too fast, you have to slow down. To understand the run, you have to slow down, and the muscle will build that thing.
Steve used to like to tell me, you're carving a path in your brain
Right.
to these things. First, learn what they are, and then get to it.
You have to pretend that you are a Focus, not a Porsche.
Ah,
A
totally.
Focus will get from 1 to 100 in good seconds there. Good minutes. If you're a Porsche, in 3 seconds you'll be there. But we're not a Porsche yet.
Not yet.
Who is a Porsche? Whitney Houston, she's a Porsche. I love
She
her.
was, of course.
She is. She's always gonna be.
She is the diva.
She's a Maserati or whatever is fast, because I don't get that much. I don't know that much about cars.
Yeah, me neither. The Porsche would be nice to have a Porsche.
The Porsche is classic too,
Fuck. Don't you guys have a Porsche? Fuck you guys.
No, not anymore.
Oh,
We're
you don't have the Porsche
downsizing.
anymore?
No,
What happened to the Porsche?
we will fucking. Richie doesn't drive. He
Actually,
stay
I
at
haven't
home.
seen the Porsche.
Of
so
course
yeah.
not. Richie stay home. He does not touring. Corona is not
Damn it,
happening.
I never drove that Porsche. I
Dude,
was
it's
counting
fun.
on them.
Well, yeah. One day again, he has to. He loves the
It was a cool
sports
one,
car.
Yeah.
It's fucking fun to have a sport car, but like you have to drive to worth it, And he wasn't. He's always home. I'm always home with him, or like I'm local around here. I'm not gonna take a Porsche to a gig.
No.
That'll be
Plus,
like-
people are after this stuff.
I know they are. They are.
If you don't own the car, you're like, oh my god, if anything happens to this,
No, but then you have insurance.
my balls will be chopped off.
No, you have to have the insurance, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
No,
you don't want to fuck anybody else's, So, when it comes to gear, what are you using these days? What are your two basses?
right,
Your
yeah.
microphone, your pedals?
I'm not a nerdy for gear, never was. I think I'm practical. If it works, I'm marrying with that. So I bought in Brazil a Music Man Stingray 5 strings. Back in the day.
Wow,
And-
80 years ago.
Yeah,
like you
8 years
said.
ago, and I still have it because I like. And actually, I'm gonna play with that tonight. Because I like it the way it cuts the sound.
That's the
like,
5 string.
Yeah, but that's not for every gig. Like I used to like to play on the country music with that because it was easier. And I mean, it wasn't easier. It made sense. Now for the rock and roll, I like to play with the P bass. I love the P bass. I have
Such a pretty piece,
yeah,
too.
I have a new California P bass, nothing too fancy. I would like to have a vintage one for sure. I just have you have to
Do you know
find
which
a good
one?
one. Nah, you have to kind of find.
What
a
was the
good
best bass you've ever played?
one. Oh man, that I've ever played.
Richie has a shitty bass at
Oh,
home.
Richie has the shittiest bass.
Does he use your bass
The
to record?
string? No, he uses his. Like it's so
He's gonna
bad.
get tetanus.
You're gonna have tetanus. It's horrible to play. You have to have like Popeye fingers to play.
Fuck that.
Like yours here, Jesus Christ.
No, that thing it needs to get thrown in the fire.
It needs a setup, man. Jeez. Anyway, so I don't remember. Like, it has to be plugged so you can properly feel.
Yeah.
And for me, it has to be loud.
Yeah.
I play a few good ones. A few Warwicks that were good actually back in the day. Some great jazz basses.
Right.
But again, I'm not a super gear person that I'm going to go out and try instruments.
Do you have any guitars?
Guitar we have. Are
Well,
you kidding me? I
regretted once I asked.
I'm just married with Richie Kotzen. Like,
I know,
anyways, but
How many guitars does he have in that house? Only that
No
I've
idea.
seen in the living room. He has like 50.
no idea. And funny thing is that he only uses one.
He does, yeah.
And he keeps saying, I don't know why I have all this. I only use one. But the guitars that I've been using to play, not necessarily to record everything, but to play, it's a guitar from, I forgot his name, from King's X.
Doug?
No, Doug is the bass player.
Is it that blue guitar you usually use?
No, it's not blue. What's his name?
You can look.
Tate? Is it Tate?
You have so many guitars in the house and you're...
Nossa, como é que
Disposition.
chama? Peraí que eu vou precisar olhar.
Olha aí. Olha aí. It's okay, people. She's looking on the phone right now. Because it's important information.
Oh, Ty Tabor. Who is Tate? Não, você vai editar.
No, it's
Vai.
gonna stay.
Anyways, it's a Thai tabor guitar that I've been using from King's X, a guitar player from King's X. I find it like it's good for my fingers. It's smaller and
Electric, right?
electric. I like it. And that's that. And then for the bass, I've been using for rock the P bass California. I like it a lot. It's simple. It's easy to play. I have a pedal board that I don't like many pedal boards. I have a pedal board from Tech 21, which is a fly rig, which is actually a Richie concept for Tech 21.
Oh, cool.
He has a Richie Kotzen fly rig pedal. He created that concept.
I know he has one for the guitar.
Right, and then the guy Andrew from Tech 21, he developed bass fly rigs.
That's
Actually,
genius.
Doug Pinnick from King's X have one signature. Cool. I don't have his. I have just a bass, general bass, pedal. So it has like compressor. It has a chorus, the tuner. It has a Sans amp in it, so that's very cool.
What's that?
The Sans amp is a preamp.
Oh, cool.
And the Sans amp from Tech 21, it's from Tech 21. It's a preamp that everybody loves it, at least in Brazil, and I always used it. Just the preamp. And it gives you a boost. You can have like a drive, like a sound, like a dirty sound. You can do a lot. But it's a preamp. And I always liked it. And in this fly rig, you find a Sans amp. And it's very tiny because it's a tiny paddle board, because they call fly rig because it's something that you're gonna put in your bag and fly with it. Like
cool.
You don't need that giant thing. It's a pain in the ass.
Does Pablo have the guitar version of the fly rig?
Yeah, Richie gave one for me.
That's cool. See, I'm next.
You have to get one. So it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one to have, and that's what I use. And
you're using the Fender amp.
I use the Fender amp. I keep calling Comfort. It's not Comfort.
The Ender.
No, jeez, I'm great with names. The Ender, exactly. It's the Fender Humble, and it's good because it's light.
Does it go with the head? No, right?
No, it has everything in it. It's a combo. So that's literally what I use. I don't use much stuff.
Well, you also have the TC Helicon for your vocals.
I do. Is that how it called?
TC Helicon, yeah.
I bought that because Tati used it, and she's like, you have to have that because you have the effects. So literally, I think we use because it compresses a little, has the effects, has the whole.
A little, yeah. So for gigs like the ones we do, that because our mixing board table
is
has fucking shitty effects, so we use that one.
Yeah.
And for me, by myself, I can loop not only the guitar, but I can like do harmonies. So it's pretty cool.
Fuck that.
When you're not there. Fuck your harmony
pedal.
pedal.
Harmony in a pedal. But yeah, exactly.
And
so
your microphone live is?
The
Shure.
The Shure.
57.
Yeah. You gave that to me, by the way.
I did for your birthday?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's basically it.
And you're in the studio, what are you using to record?
Well, that you guys are gonna have to check my tour of my studio on
Nice.
YouTube. But
I'm curious.
You should check it out. Actually, it's a AKG that I bought back in the day in Brazil. It works good.
Oh, that's right.
It's a condenser microphone.
Did your mom just bring that from Brazil like a year ago or so?
I don't know. Maybe my mom did. No, it was here before.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I mean, I don't like complication. I mean, I like easy stuff that works. But I've been, marinating the idea of maybe getting a new bass, because I feel also having a new instrument inspires you too.
Yeah, for which bass are you thinking?
It was probably a Fender, but I was looking for maybe an older PB or even a jazz bass, which is different.
Gary Lee has a signature bass?
He has a Fender.
Do you like it? Have you played it?
I never played his.
Didn't Chris bought a copy of that?
Was it
Chris Cummins?
No, he got a Was that
Yeah,
right?
it was.
Oh, I'm confused now. I
And
kind of forgot.
we were at a gig and he brought it to you.
I mean, for me, the most beautiful bass, if you look at, is the Rickenbacker. In Brazil, we say Rickenbacker. It's Rickenbacker. It's just the most beautiful instrument, and it sounds so badass. It's not that easy or nice to play, in my opinion, but I love the sound. It's very aggressive. I love it. But yeah, I mean, I like to keep it simple and.
Yeah, and carrying this stuff around is a pain in the ass.
But yeah, every time I get hired for a gig and then I ask for, I don't know, maybe an MPEG. I love MPEGs to play, so I don't have to bring anything.
Yeah.
And then the big MPEG, plug your bass there, sounds delicious, loud.
Nice.
It's great. Yeah.
So you like it loud.
Fuck yeah. What's
Her vocals are usually louder than mine.
so
On-
are you
in
kidding?
in the edge.
Such a liar.
In the wedge. I
No.
can, you know what it is? You can hear me,
Yeah.
and I can hear you.
But
more
because
than we
we're
can hear
facing
ourselves.
the edge, we're not having a distance enough from the edge. The edges are too
Right.
close, so it faces our knees. But we put them aside, and
Yeah.
you hear mine and I hear
do.
yours. Maybe you should put my vocals on yours and your vocals on mine.
Maybe we should. Man, what a bummer. We had so many awesome gigs this year. Not only the Hermosa Fiesta, which was going to be finally a big one for us.
Oh yeah, we were gonna play all the original songs for
All
an hour
the
and a
originals.
half, and that was gonna be cool.
On a Saturday, Memorial Day, on Pier.
That was gonna be a fun gig, but you know, don't
we-
worry, everything happened for a reason.
I
It's
told the guy, I
fine.
was like, hey, we were on the list, so whenever he reopens, we get first call.
Of
He's
course.
like, you guys do, don't worry.
You better, otherwise I'm gonna go there with my
I'm
jiu-jitsu
gonna,
moves.
I'm gonna throw tomatoes, even if I like the act to there, just to be a brat. So when you just to wrap everything up, when are you thinking about like releasing new stuff, or also with the Bass and Bake? Am I saying it right?
Yeah, bass and bake.
Bass and Bake, and like not only your songs and like songwriting and everything.
Well, I'm thinking about.
I mean, we don't know, right?
Well, no, I don't have like I have enough songs for a full album,
Yeah.
but I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm literally finishing song by song, and releasing. I think that's what I'm doing, and probably what I'm gonna do. And
I think a lot of artists are just releasing singles.
yeah,
Do you know what I found out
No.
yesterday from my friend Philip Clark? Is that Spotify can release it as a single, 3 songs now. So it says it's a single, you pay once, but you release 3 tracks.
Is
So-
that more ways for them to make more money than us?
Yeah.
I don't know, probably not, but
But you know, at least
Yeah.
you, instead of like downloading one at a time, you can, as a single, now
Right.
you can download 3. Same thing with iTunes.
interesting.
It's good because I was thinking about releasing 3 songs too, but I'm like, when, how, why,
Right.
and that I was like, maybe I'll release 3 of them at the same time and just put different dates.
But then, right, got it. And
you
then,
can do
but then
that.
you just pay one and
You
release
pay one
3.
time, yeah,
All right, but it's basically like that's what it is. It's basically releasing an EP.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if you're releasing an EP or 5 or an album, so it gets cheaper too.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's another thing that people don't seem to understand. We're recording songs for months, producing, using the
months.
energy, using
Paying
time,
other musicians
doing all
sometimes.
exactly. And then not only that, you have to pay to upload your song, and your song to be out there. We have to pay either
Yeah.
yearly or
Every 5
5
years or
years,
whatever.
whatever you decide. And so it's hard, man, for artists, and that's why it's so important. And if you're out there, you can think about that. Like, we spend months working a lot, putting so many hours into it, and
Totally
you
dedicated.
write, and then you have like 10 songs in an album, and you're selling your album for $10. It's like $1 a song.
yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck is $1? Nothing costs $1.
It costs fucking $50 to put the song on Spotify.
One song it costs around $50
Yeah.
exactly to put out, and you're paying $1, and still people prefer not paying and just listening for free on Spotify, which, by the way, you think they pay us. They pay 0.0000001 coins. I don't even know what the fuck number is that.
Percentage,
It's like,
yeah.
for you to get any money is becoming harder and harder. So if you like an artist and support an artist, just buy a song. It's 99 cents on iTunes to buy a song that
Yeah.
that person might have stayed months working, putting every sweat and tear literally,
Definitely.
and that's
to make it perfect.
right. And just, you know, and people say, oh, we don't live without music, we love
Yeah.
music. So that's a good way to actually show some support when you actually approach the song by paying for it.
Pay for merchandise.
Merchandise, yeah, go for it, get a little. Because back in the day, the record, you're gonna have a record deal. Oh, here, 100,000 for you guys. That's gonna be for your album.
Yeah.
So you get a good percentage of that, which is not all that, but you have some money nowadays, especially for artists like us. It's like we're literally doing that for love.
It's out of pocket first before we
Big
see
time.
anything for years.
Yeah, for years sometimes, depending on the crowd you have and depending,
Yeah.
on your fan base. So yeah, it's something to put out there for people to think, and they're like, oh, your song is on YouTube. Oh, you're playing there. You're making money, aren't you? It's like, no,
It's funny because some guy just texted me on IG asking me like, so you're making money on your website? I'm like, no.
No, we're paying to be there.
Yeah,
You
pay
have to-
$29 a month.
You have to pay your website. You have to pay to put out. You have to do everything.
But Katie was telling me that she found out that YouTube is 50% what listeners are listening music from.
Yeah.
So it's important to have our songs, and we do have Lies on Phoenix Rising
On YouTube, yeah.
on YouTube. What's the channel called? LA?
Phoenix Rising LA on YouTube. LA from Los Angeles.
And it's important not only for them to listen to it in all the platforms, but like it,
Comment, like, share.
it, comment,
All that.
tell your friends about it.
Yeah.
And if there's merchandise, go to the website. Your website is julialage.com.
JuliaLage.com. Yeah, and it's not like sometimes people don't like. Yeah, if you're asking for likes. You guys don't understand how legitimately important this is.
Yeah.
And for us, it's like if we don't have any of that, it's like we feel unmotivated to keep putting things out.
And if you don't have money to pay for these things and to purchase music and merchandise, there's a lot of ways of helping the artist.
Exactly. On
by
YouTube.
doing exactly what I just said, everything,
You watch on YouTube, which generates
You edit.
views. You edit in your playlists on Spotify, which generates stuff for us too. Everything. And I remember one time back in Brazil, I used to do a lot of TV shows back then. And then people say, oh, you might be rich. You're every week at
Right.
TV. I'm like, bro, you're not making money to be on TV.
Yeah.
Like, you're
That's
not.
your promo.
Like, maybe if you're doing a soap opera, yeah, that's different. You're acting, you're
Right.
working. But, like, that's my promo. I'm going out to work, spending a whole day that I could be working, but I'm actually there on TV. So all these little things, people don't seem to get it, that to actually make money nowadays with the music business, if you're a solo artist like us with no investment behind or big record deals behind, it's not easy. And yes, every little thing you do, it helps.
Yeah.
If you can buy one
Tipping.
song, great, it helps. It's 99 cents. I mean, if you can't get it, beautiful, it's beautiful. If you can't, exactly, go watch YouTube, share, spread the word.
And you can
whatever.
go to Julia Lage's website and purchase the track.
You can purchase.
And you can share, and you can purchase Lies on our website too.
For sure. Phoenix Rising, guys. Come on. Woo!
So we're gonna have our new t-shirts with our new logo. Talking about logo, you have a logo coming out. Huh?
I'm gonna have a logo coming out.
That's cool.
Which also is an investment.
Did you decide which one you want?
Yes.
Cool. Is it the one with the
Yes.
cool?
With the mandala.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
You're
he did
gonna
a good
like
job. Yeah, I wanted
Should
to
make stickers.
Yeah, I could make all kinds of stuff.
Put it in one of my bass, maybe. One of my bass. Like I
Yeah,
have
you
more
bet.
than one.
Yeah, her bass is like doubtful.
Oh,
It's
he's-
doubtful.
I'm in doubt of him too.
Now you have to come to my show, Bass and Bake,
I will.
to cook with me, and you're gonna have to pick the recipe.
Don't let me make the rice.
What's
'cause I
fucking
will
rice?
burn it.
You burn rice? What
I
the heck are
burn-
you gonna cook then?
Isn't this so crazy that I burn the rice every time I make it?
Well, dude, put
I
some
have
alarm.
learned now I have to just stand there because I forget.
Put an alarm, or like 5 minutes, you go take a look.
And you would think that I've been making, rice for 20 years, that I would know not to leave for too long.
Wow, that's gonna be a good cooking show with you there. Pick something easy, cause we're
Escondidinho.
gonna talk. Que? Ah,
That one is good. We don't cook anything that is healthy. We always cook shit with potato and meat and
Fuck, I mean, what else?
And then we swash it.
You want to make salad?
Beer.
Salad is ready already. You put a salad, you put a lettuce in your mouth and you chew.
I don't even like salad. I eat salad when there's nothing else to eat at home.
I'm gonna make a good salad. It's all about the sauce and the ingredients.
With lemon.
Has to have some crunchy elements.
Então tá. Then we can make some salad.
I'll make a good salad for you.
I look at the fridge. The last thing I pick,
it's salad.
It's the lettuce.
Well, it's important to do is fibers, you know. You need fibers to poop.
Well, I'm a pretty good pooper.
Oh, God!
Wow, it just took a turn.
Yeah, great. That's a great thing.
But so quarantine's fine. You're fine. You're healthy.
Yeah, my lower back is a mess. I feel like.
How many pounds have you guys?
I think I gained like fucking 10 pounds.
No,
I gain pounds.
I gain pounds.
Well, man, I mean, fuck it, you know.
It's not the same. I do know.
Oh my God.
You were going to yoga there for a little bit, but you're not.
Yeah, but because of my lower back, I'm doing physical therapy now, and fuck, I don't know, just waiting. Sciatic, man, sciatic problems.
Oh my God, sciatic was not cool.
Nice, everyday pain.
When we caught coronavirus,
yeah,
we think we caught it because we were really sick at the week of NAMM.
Very sick.
And it was terrible, but Julia still went and played.
I think
I
think it was
killing in the name of Corona.
Fucking killing in the name. I played there with all these badass chicks at NAMM. Sweating, talking to everybody. I was coughing non-stop, heart fever.
I didn't even make it to NAMM. I was like, fuck it, I can't. But I forgot what I was saying.
Because we think we got corona.
Good talk.
Yeah, great talk.
Yeah. And I really don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, it's just staying home. And what are you gonna do? You can't be going playing gigs and using your energy and your calories. So
yeah, you're just eating.
Eating
and trying.
In the first days, I just ate and drank. I drank so much alcohol.
That's the problem,
disturbing.
Man. The whole alcohol is the problem, bro. Nossa senhora. It's like, can we not drink one day?
Yeah.
I literally start taking notes. I was like, oh my God. Every day there's some kind of alcohol. Mom, don't listen to that.
I'm actually, 6 days sober.
Wow.
But I think that ends today because you're
here. That will end today. And I don't care. Your mom is bringing champagne. Champagne.
Is there anything else you want to let everybody know where they can find you? Just let them know where they can find you.
Dude, you know, you can find me everywhere in social media on Julia Lage, is Lage. I'm very active on Instagram. I love Instagram. Not super active on Facebook. Follow my channel, spread the word, spread the love. If you don't like it, just leave it. You don't have to be rude.
That's something you like it.
That's something that people do that I don't get it.
I don't get it.
If you don't like it, bro, just let it go. Move. Don't be rude. I mean, actually, I'm very lucky. People are super sweet to me, and I want to thank everybody for that. But I've seen people commenting on other people's posts or music or whatever it is. Like rude, bad. I'm like,
especially when it's music.
Yeah, don't be mean, man. I mean, you never know. You never know what this person is dealing with in life. Period.
Yeah.
So just try to think a little kindly.
And taste is a personal thing. So if you didn't like it, doesn't mean it's not good.
Right. But I'm being like even more trippy. I'm thinking about everything else. People can be rude, like in someone's. Oh, I post a photo. Someone posts a photo with this weird clothes they don't like. You look fat, dude. Don't. Just like fuck off.
But
don't say nothing.
That's coming from a place where they're just unhappy and they want to make people around unhappy.
They want to hurt.
So be kind, y'all.
Yeah, be kind, be nice. I'm very thankful for everybody that follow me, that they're super sweet to me.
Yeah, we have a really
We have good people around us, and keep your circle tight with love. Thank you for listening. I hope you dig the next songs that are coming. Subscribe and everything. Phoenix Rise is coming for you. Julia Lage is coming for you. Tatiana is coming for you.
We're fucking coming to get ya.
And I guess that's it. Keep it safe, right?
Yay! Yay! Julie Lage at the podcast at Blue Studios. My mom calls it the Blue Studio.
It is blue, very blue.
In the way of the artist. Thank you so much for coming and chatting and being so beautiful inside and out. And now I'm gonna pick her brain to learn some bass. So
fuck yeah, I'll teach some bass now. I told her it's $100 an hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay in beer. She said it's fine.
I accept it.
I'll be right back with 5 cases of 20.
Exactly.
Bye, you guys. Have a good night. Woo!